Assalamualaikum and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys having a great weekend. Today, I'd like to talk about the role of listener and the role of speaker in oral communication. Effective communication is about more than just exchanging information. It's about understanding the emotion and intention behind the information. As well as being able to clearly convey a message, you need to also a way that gains the full meaning of what being said and make the other person feel heard and understood. Let me ask you something. Are you having a communications every day? Have you taught each other with your friends, family, teachers, and other people around you? I'm for sure. The answer is yes, and even now we are in communication. Am I right? Effective communications also defined as a verbal speech or other methods of relaying information that get a point across. An example of effective communication is when you talk in clear and simple terms. It is very important to be a good speaker and a good listener, as it may drive to effective communication. But without the speaker and the listener, we will not having an effective communication every day. Let's go through about the role of speaker and the role of listener. What is the definition of speaker? Conveying a message to people. Sounds simple, but it's a process that is often fraught with error. The speaker is a position where you need to give out an information about different topics, including topics related to work, home, school, and even your daily life. The speaker is initiation of communication. Effective speakers are those who can most clearly deliver their message to their recipients. For most speaking in college and beyond, there are two general purposes for inform or to persuade. The line between informing and persuading is not absolute, and many speeches will do some of both. When you are speaking, you want the listener to understand and respond favorably to what you are saying. An audience is one or more people come together to listen to the speaker. Audience members may be face-to-face, may be connected by communication technology such as computers or the other medias. The audience may be small and private, or it may be large and public. A key characteristic of public speaking situation is the unequal distribution of speaking time between speaker and audience. As an example, the speaker usually talks more while the audience listens, often without asking questions or responding with any feedback. In some situations, the audience may ask questions or respond overtly by clapping or making comments. A successful speaker engages in perspective taking. While preparing her speech, the speaker steps out her own perceptual framework to understand the world as it is perceived by members of the audience. When the speaker takes an audience-centered approach to speech preparation, she focuses on the audience and how it will respond to what is being said. In sense, the speaker wants to mentally adopt the perspective of members of the audience in order to see the world as the audience members see it. Some people say you are what you eat, but I would add, you are what you speak. When you meet someone at a party, 5 minutes into the conversation, you have an idea who you are talking to, whether it is an ignorant person or an intellectual, as well as the emotional state of that person. Step into the mind of your listeners and see if you can identify with them. Your voice and what you say reveals as much about you as your personal appearance. Well, sometimes it may not concede. Some barriers to effective speaking is articulation. Some people do not articulate correctly, hence the misunderstanding with others. A Another barrier is when a person has a heavy accent. I hate it when you talk to a representative on the phone and he happens to have a heavy accent. If you never practiced reading out loud when you were in elementary school, then it is likely you will tend to stumble, especially if reading in the front of the public. I'm sure there are more barriers, but for now, this is what comes to mind. So, a successful speaker is able to step outside her own perceptual framework to understand the world as it is perceived by members of her audience. From presenting research paper, preparing slides for presentation in college, to presenting ideas and pitches to your boss or your clients, informative public speaking is a vital component of a successful career across all work fields. Once you have their attention, a good informative speech sharing your knowledge of a subject and audience enhances their understanding and make them remember your work long after you finish. For example, you might be asked to instruct a group of co-workers to use a new computer software. Whether it's giving demonstration or sharing an areas of expertise, this form is public speaking is an essential skill in today's world. And now, let's talk further about the role of listener in our communication. What is the definition of listener? Basically, hearing is the physical ability, while listening is a skill. Listening skills allow one to make sense of and understand what another person is saying. In other words, listening skills allow people to understand what someone is talking about, the meaning behind the words. The listening process involves 5 stages, which is receiving, understanding, evaluating, remembering, and responding. Listening is a skill of critical significance in all aspects of our life, from maintaining our personal relationships to getting our job done, to taking notes in class, to figure out which bus to take. The importance to understand the role of listener is a good listening skills will make you more productive. The ability to listen carefully allows you to better understanding assignment given, and you are able to understand what is expected by your management. The ability to listen and to comprehend you to build a strong rapport with colleagues, managers, families, and even your friends. For examples, employers and managers have confidence in workers that can listen to the instructions and then do what is expected with a minimal supervision. Those who are able to listen well and perform accordingly will find their work results fit better than those who misunderstood. Kim Hubbard says, the only way to entertain some folks is to listen to them. That means listening is essential to your effectiveness as a speaker. It is common when listening to someone else speak to be formulating a reply whilst the other person is still talking. However, this means that you are not really listening to all that is being said. Not everyone intuitively knows how to listen well. Communication will only ever be successful when both roles, sending the message and the person receiving it, understand the key message being put across. Effective communication helps to spread knowledge and information among people. Moreover, communication is the foundation of all human relationships. When you speak, you present yourself. If you speak good word, it shows how good person you are, even if you are not at all. When you're listening, it shows you is a person who is considerate. As I said earlier, speakers and listeners play an important role in maintaining effective communication. If the speaker and listener are unable to recognize each other's place, this can lead to misunderstandings, dissatisfactions, and possibly conflict. Thank you so much for today.